Stephen C. Foster State Park. That's where I'm headed. It's the only gold tier, like, dark sky viewing place in the entire state of Georgia. So, like, they have this stargazing thing at the state camp, like, state run, like, every Saturday or, like, bi-weekly or something like that. I don't know exactly what the details are, but they don't say much on the website, to be honest. So it's November 22nd, 2025, and Uranus is in opposition right now, which means, well, it was in, like, its optimal opposition yesterday, November 21st, 2025, which means it's at its closest point to Earth. Normally for pretty much the entire year, actually, the furthest out you could see is to Saturn. But because Uranus is in opposition, it actually becomes slightly faintly visible. With a telescope, it should be easy to see as like a very, very faint star with like low light pollution and, you know, good weather conditions. And with a really good telescope, obviously you can differentiate it between, like, oh, this is a planet, this is not like the other stars. But under perfect conditions, with a little bit of luck, you might be able to see it with the naked eye. And it seems like Lady Luck is on our side, because it's sunny weather, no clouds, not even a little bit, the whole day. It's also the new moon, so there's not going to be that light source obstructing anything, making it harder to see the galaxy. And Zob got LASIK surgery, giving him superhuman vision, so that's another thing. And the timing of all this, like, not the next new moon, but the one after that, in a month and a half from now, we're about to go see the Quadrantids meteor shower. That one's actually going to be even more special than this. Like, it's cool and all to see Uranus, but it's not like, you know, an intimately familiar player with the stuff we have going on over here. But January 3rd, 2026, that's the real day to watch out for. That's what I'm actually excited for. It's gonna be super special. It's gonna be the type of thing where it's like, even though nobody really knows what's happening, there's no, like, you know, fanfare, there's no events, there's no, like, you know, oh, mark your calendar for this, like, rare astronomical events. People are gonna notice it on the day of. They're gonna be like, oh, this is weird. But just to be brief, essentially, January 3rd, 2026, weather conditions permit, you're going to see the brightest moon you've ever seen in your entire life, maybe, if you pay attention to it. It's definitely going to be the brightest moon of the entire decade, maybe of, like, the past couple and the next couple decades as well. It's cool that the mainstream is going to be able to notice this kind of thing, which they will be able to notice it. But to them, it'll be like a minor kind of, like, oh, the moon looks like slightly brighter than it's not going to be like, oh, 2 times brighter than I've ever seen the moon, and then like that. But it will be something noticeable, and that's you know, for the mainstream, when they notice things like that, that's significant, because things like this happen all the time, but nobody's really, like, stopping to smell the roses to, like, really pay attention to these things. So when it's, like, forced in front of you and you're forced to notice it, it is a big deal. And it is, like, a really rare, coincidental, like, odd astronomical event that's going to happen on January 3rd, which is, like, crazy timing. New moon lines up with Uranus's opposition. Then immediately after that, a month and a half after that, the full moon lines up with not only, like, the peak of the Quadrantids meteor shower, which that's not, like, anything that crazy. We're probably not going to be able to see any meteors, to be honest with you. It's just convenient timing if you want to, like, life max right now and hard focus on, like, ooh, let me go through an astronomy arc right now for, like, the next couple of months. It all works out. You can experience, like, the total low end of the like, palest object you will ever see in the sky, basically, all the way up to the brightest object you'll see in the sky, in the night sky at least. Within the span of a month and a half, you're going to get to see both. Well, I mean, I guess I should have made this video earlier to let people know that Uranus is going to be in opposition, because people don't really know, so they don't know to go out tonight and look for it, because everyone's stuck in light pollution. But yeah, at least look out for January 3rd. I never said Lady Luck was on your side, if you didn't know about this. Lady Luck is on my side. I did, though, didn't I? I said Lady Luck is on our side. It'll happen again. You'll get to see, I mean, you can go to a better spot. You can go to Death Valley National Park in California and see Uranus, like, even better. Maybe. We didn't see Uranus. It was too faint. You can't have any light. Even if you have any light sources like a car or whatever, you have to wait like 30 minutes for your eyes just to adjust. I couldn't even use my camera because it makes light. I have the Sky Guide app, which shows everything in like a red light so it won't disturb it. But to even turn my phone on, I have to shine the light. So I wasn't allowed to do any of that stuff. It's not like there was no service out there anyways. Didn't get to see Uranus, but I did see an alligator on the road. I should have known something like that was going to happen because I felt that if you've never been to Florida, there's a difference in the air and the atmosphere that makes for it's a tropical utopia rainforest like environment. That's what it is. It's like the entire state is like a marsh that people just happen to build a whole bunch of developments on it. It's like an illusion. And going that close to Florida, you feel the air transition into something totally different. I should have kept my camera going for all that. And also, there's so many, but I should have brought bug spray. That was a stupid idea. Next time, I'm gonna call like the park ranger service or whatever it is and ask them like, how do I handle that whole situation? It was almost a 4-hour drive there. I had to wait for my eyes to adjust for like 30 minutes. And then I stayed there for like 15 minutes looking at the galaxy. And then I had a 3.5-hour drive back. It's still worth it though. So important message, January 3rd. So there's this thing called perihelion. See, the orbit of Earth around the sun, you take the sun, you put it in the middle. The orbit of Earth, extremely exaggerated, but it's just to make a point. It's not a perfect circle around it. It's an ellipsoid or whatever the shape is, but it's like an egg shape. An egg, there's like a larger round part and then a sort of pointy, but a pointy part at the top or whatever. Earth's orbit is kind of like that. There is a point where it maintains a balance. It starts to move faster and faster, and it reaches a close point to the sun. Here's the sun, here's Earth. And it's sort of like, and when it's moving really fast and it's close, that happens once a year. That's every 365 days. It's slightly offset though. It's slightly, it's the orbit is not like the same every year. It's more like, it's obviously super exaggerated, but it does shift very, very slowly, very, very slightly to where events like this don't happen the same time every year. Perihelion though is really stable. It's every 365 days. There's no like event or anything like that. I remembered from seeing like a lunar eclipse calendar or something like that, like a lunar events calendar, that there's going to be a supermoon on January 3rd. And I'm like, wait, was that January 3rd? So I went back and I looked at it, and that's when it is. And supermoon is, so there's perihelion and there's the moon's perigee, which the moon also orbits Earth like that. It's a bit more exaggerated in that it shifts more. I mean, every moon, like the moon phase is 28 days, but the moon's perigee is every 30 days. So it shifts slowly, little by little. And that's when the moon is closest to the Earth. The moon can reach its closest point to the Earth at any point in its orbit. So for it to reach its closest point while it's also a full moon is what results in a supermoon. It's when it's really close, it's really big, and it's a full moon. It's fully bright. So that's the complete understanding of everything. New moon happens every 28 days. Perigee happens every 30 days. And perihelion happens every 365 days. And they're all going to end up on the same day, January 3rd, 2026. And January 3rd is Zob's birthday. But he doesn't have social media. So I guess just like wish him happy birthday in your minds. But it's a crazy, crazy coincidence how all this is working out. The perihelion, Earth being close to the sun, isn't going to make a crazy difference. Realistically, maybe it might have like a 5% brightness increase on the moon. But in theory, it should be the brightest that the moon ever gets to us, like visibly. In theory, I don't see I can't think of what would stop that. I mean, weather conditions permit, obviously, but I can't see how that wouldn't be the case. Why this wouldn't be like a mark your calendar, the brightest moon you'll ever see, even by a little bit, It's also Wolf Moon, January 3rd, which doesn't mean any it just means it's the first new moon of the year. That's just what they call it, Wolf Moon. That doesn't hold any significance to me, but it's just another thing. It's a fourth thing or fifth thing you want to throw on there to add to all the coincidences. Now you know. Tell your family, tell your friends. It's going to be a cool sight. I think maybe don't let it overhype. It's not going to be some crazy, unbelievable, never before seen event. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm not enlightened. No, it's just keep an eye out. The moon's going to look cool that day. That's all.